All right, welcome everyone to today's Explainer. Today, we're stripping away the really complex biology and doing a foundational, bottom-up dive into the chemistry of nutrition. We're going to explore how unseen, microscopic forces literally fuel your existence. I mean, if you've ever stopped to wonder how the actual physical food on your plate translates into the kinetic energy that powers your brain and your muscles, well, you're in the exact right place.
So think about this for a quick second. What is the chair you're sitting in right now, the food you ate for lunch, and the invisible air you are breathing all have in common? It kind of sounds like a trick question, I know, but the microscopic answer is atoms. Literally everything physical around you is built right from them.
Here is our agenda for today. First, we'll cover the building blocks of matter. Second, the anatomy of an atom. Third, the power of covalent bonds. Fourth, unlocking energy from food. And finally, number 5, biological macromolecules.
Let's start right at the beginning with part 1. Building blocks of matter, the foundation of everything. Okay, first up is matter. The formal, scientific definition is simply anything that has mass and takes up space. Pretty straightforward, right? All living and non-living things are composed of matter. Whether it's a solid block of wood, the liquid water in your glass, or even the invisible gas inflating a balloon, it's all matter. It is the tangible stuff that makes up our entire physical universe.
And what exactly is all that matter made of? Well, atoms. An atom is the fundamental, indivisible unit of matter. To really wrap your head around their scale, you have to think unimaginably small. A single microscopic cell in your body, something you literally cannot even see with the naked eye, contains not just billions, but trillions of atoms. They're basically the microscopic pixels of our reality.
Now, when we group the exact same types of atoms together, we get an element. You can think of elements as the different flavors of atoms. Just as a single blade is the smallest unit of a patch of uniform grass, an atom is the smallest individual unit of an element. And while the periodic table features well over 100 elements, spoiler alert here, only a select few are the true VIPs when it comes to the biology of living things.
Moving right along to part 2, anatomy of an atom, inside the microscopic world.
So, we know atoms are tiny, but what happens if we zoom in even closer? We can compartmentalize the atom into 2 main areas. First, the nucleus. This is the incredibly dense center containing positively charged protons and neutral neutrons. Second, the outer shells. These are the surrounding regions containing negatively charged electrons. To really picture this, imagine a marble sitting dead in the center of a massive sports stadium. The marble is the dense nucleus, and the electrons are tiny flies buzzing around the highest bleachers. It's a heavy, positive core surrounded by a vast, mostly weightless negative cloud.
And opposites attract, right? The positively charged nucleus constantly pulls on those negatively charged electrons, keeping them safely in orbit. It works a whole lot like how Earth's gravity holds onto the moon. Without that constant magnetic pull, the electrons would just fly off into space, and matter as we know it simply wouldn't exist. No atoms, no us.
Which leads us to part 3, the power of covalent bonds, finding stability through sharing.
Let's talk about the number 8. In chemistry, this is the ultimate magic number for atomic stability. It's actually known as the octet rule. Most of our crucial biological elements want exactly 8 electrons in their outermost shell to feel perfectly balanced and happy. If they have an odd number, or if they just fall short of 8, they become highly reactive and unstable. And when they're unstable, they will desperately seek out other atoms to fix that problem.
So how do they fix it? Through a covalent bond. A covalent bond is a remarkably strong attractive force where atoms share pairs of electrons. Instead of selfishly hoarding or completely giving up their electrons, they compromise. It's kind of like 2 roommates pitching in to buy a really nice TV. Neither of them owns it completely, but by sharing it, they both get to enjoy it. The atoms pull together closely, overlapping those outer shells to achieve mutual stability. It's really the ultimate microscopic partnership. Let's actually walk through the math of this, using a real-world example. Methane gas. Step 1. A carbon atom has 4 electrons in its outer shell. It desperately needs 4 more to reach that magic stable number of 8. Step 2. A hydrogen atom has 1 electron it can share. Step 3. So, 1 carbon atom bonds with 4 individual hydrogen atoms. Step 4. The carbon gets to count those 4 shared hydrogen electrons, giving it a beautifully full outer shell of 8. Bam! A perfectly stable molecule of methane is formed.
Which brings us beautifully to the overarching theme of our entire explainer today. Part 4, unlocking energy from food, breaking bonds to fuel life. All right, here is the absolutely crucial point. The electrons of an atom contain energy stored within their movement and within their bonds. These chemical bonds aren't just invisible superglue holding atoms together. They are literal microscopic batteries. Think of a covalent bond like a tightly compressed spring. It is actively storing vital kinetic energy right there within that electrical attraction, just waiting to be released.
And this right here is the aha moment. When the chemical bonds of nutrients in the foods we eat, energy is released. When your body snaps those chemical bonds apart, that compressed spring of battery energy just rushes out. This is a fundamental basis of your metabolism. Every single time you take a breath, walk up a flight of stairs, or sit there studying, you are actively breaking apart the atomic bonds of the food you ate, releasing that stored electrical power to fuel your body. It's honestly incredible.
Finally, Part 5, your biological macromolecules, the raw materials of living organisms.
Remember earlier how I mentioned that only a few elements really matter for biology? Well, out of the entire periodic table, life relies primarily on just 4: carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. You can easily remember them with the acronym CHON. These 4 core elements make up over 95% of your body mass and the vast bulk of all living things on Earth. When these CHON elements join forces, they form what we call biological macromolecules. By definition, these are complex raw materials formed when carbon covalently bonds with hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. Think of the individual atoms as single Lego bricks. Macromolecules are the massive, intricate Lego castles built by snapping those specific bricks together. They are the physical building blocks for literally everything alive.
And here is where our tiny biology perfectly aligns with daily nutrition. What do we actually call these biological macromolecules in the everyday world? The 3 macronutrients: carbohydrates, lipids, which are just fats, and proteins. When you eat a big bowl of pasta, you are eating carbohydrates. A piece of chicken, that's protein. An avocado is completely packed with lipids. With every single bite you take, you are literally consuming complex, stable, covalent bonds of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen.
So I want to leave you with this final thought. Next time you sit down to eat a meal, any meal, ask yourself, what atomic bonds are you breaking to fuel your day? Because you aren't just eating food, you are consuming billions of tiny atomic batteries. By digesting and breaking those exact covalent bonds, you unlock the microscopic energy of the universe to power your life. It's a pretty wild way to look at lunch, right? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep asking questions and keep exploring the amazing